Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Strap on your seat. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of The Show with No Name. Welcome, amigos. I'm your teacher, Alberto Alonso. You are my student or my pupil, que también es una parte del ojo. Si lo habéis visto en otro capítulo, lo vimos en un double trouble. And double trouble is just one of the many challenges you'll find on this show. And I don't want you to watch this show passively. No. I want you to interact. I want you to answer my questions when I ask them. I want you to do the different challenges. And most importantly, I want you to repeat whatever structures, vocabulary, anything we look at, I want you to repeat it aloud. Because this way, you take this class and you turn it into not just a listening exercise, not just a grammar exercise, but also a speaking exercise. And correct me if I'm wrong, but in my experience, in my 20 years plus of experience teaching, I've noticed that most people need to speak more. They need to improve their speaking more than their comprehension, more than their vocabulary or grammar. So focus on speaking. In fact, it's the natural way. I know in Spain, the generation before mine, the way they studied language was, let's learn the grammar. But they didn't speak. They didn't put it into practice. And I don't know if that's natural. Well, we've seen the results. Spain, in Europe, has a low level of English. That's changing now, thanks to us and our super team. But there's a reason for it. We put the cart before the horse, como se dice. Esto es una expresión que lo hicimos fuera de orden. We put the cart before the horse. El caballo tiene que ir delante del carro, ¿no? Para tirar de ello. So what happens? Well, look at the way you learned your own language. I look at the way my daughter is learning English and Spanish. She's not writing. Well, she's starting to now, after 5 years of just listening and speaking. So why are we writing if we don't know how to say it? First, the first step, think of yourself as a baby. What did you do first? What did you do? Did you speak? No, you said, meh. You made noises, right? You didn't speak because you didn't know what to say. But you spent 2 years of your life listening, just listening, solo escuchando a tus padres, escuchando la tele, listening carefully. And then finally, a word comes out, another word comes out, maybe a sentence, then a paragraph, but it all comes from listening. So we learn to listen first. We learn to comprehend, to make sense of it, hacer que tenga sentido, right? Then we speak, and the last thing we do, read and write. So that's the natural order. If it works for a native speaker learning their own language, why isn't it going to work for you? Now, unfortunately, the educational system they made some mistakes. But don't worry, we're here to correct those mistakes, to right those wrongs. All right, folks, are you ready for a challenge? I know you are. I know you're ready for today's first challenge. I'm going to give you 3 examples, and only one of these examples is correct. And I want you to tell me which one it is. A, do you know where is the closest hotel? No, where is? Dilo conmigo, where is? Do you know where is the closest hotel? Es la A. La B, do you know where the closest hotel is? La B. Do you know where the closest hotel is? ¿Estás diciéndolo como yo? Is o is? Is. Yo sé que es difícil, pero hay que romper ese hábito de decir is and it. No decimos it is, sino it is. O It's. Okay, and option C. Do you know where it is? The closest hotel? La fe? Do you know where it is? The closest hotel? All right, what's your final answer? Did you say B? Good job. Great job. You really have mastered indirect questions. Claro, esto es una pregunta indirecta. So, la directa, where is, lo podemos contraer, más natural, where's the closest hotel? Perfecto. Pero ¿qué si queremos ser un poco más cortés? Do you know where the closest or nearest hotel is? ¿Y qué pasa? Pues cuando es indirecta, la estructura es igual que la estructura de una afirmación. So practice it. Make a list of questions. What time is it? Directa. Añade do you know delante. So what time is it? Do you know what time it is? Where are you from? Do you know where you are from? Y lo que vas a ver es el patrón que se le da la vuelta a la tortilla, como se dice aquí en España.
Homophones, homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, 'cause homophones rhyme.
Hello and welcome to our homophone section here on the show. As always, we're going to take a look at words that are similar or maybe exactly the same. But you're going to tell me. What I want to know is A, if you know these words, if you're familiar with them, and B, if you know how they sound, and if they sound alike or not. That's why they're homophones. A homophone is a word that sounds like another word. Sí, ¿qué he dicho ahí? ¿Ves? He dicho ¿ves? He dicho la fe. He dicho el mar. Pues ahí he dicho ¿ves? Porque el contexto te lo dice, pero esa palabra puede ser muchas cosas, right? I see the sea, right? Veo el mar. I see the sea while I drink my vitamin C. ¿Ves? Si te ayuda a recordarte, no hay frase tan rara, si te ayuda a acordarte de los significados de las palabras. All right, so the first word, it's a very rich word, como yo les llamo. Palabras con muchos usos y además usos comunes. Una de estas palabras que deberías saber. All right, the first word is honorarios. So, lo que alguien cobra, right? What somebody charges. Otra forma de decirlo es my rate is, right? My rates are, mis honorarios. Pero no es esa palabra, es una palabra que empieza con F. ¿Ok? También es comisiones. Lo verás cuando abres una cuenta bancaria. If you open up a bank account, it'll say no, sin comisiones. Comisiones, honorarios, good word to know. All right, and the second word, it has to do with carbonation. It has to do with bubbles. When I think of this, I think of soda. Soda or soft drinks, which are refrescos. Yeah, they have gas. So it's algo con burbujas, it's algo esfervescente. Eso es una palabra muy difícil para mí. Esfervescente. That's a difficult word. I just say con burbujas y me quito la tontería. So algo con burbujas. Y bueno, se puede hacer champán, right? De hecho, ¿sabéis un nombre para champán? Bubbly. Eso es. You want a bottle of bubbly for your birthday? And you can hear it in a 50 Cent song. A bottle full of bub, you can find me in the club. Yeah, he says, with a bottle full of bub. O sea, bubbly se puede cortar a bub también, pero eso es muy rapero. Bubbly. All right. So, I've given you some time to think it over, darle vueltas. Do they sound the same? Do you know the words? All right, well, let me give you the words. The first word is fees. My bank doesn't charge any fees. Okay? Fees. Dilo conmigo. Fees. Okay? My fee, te lo pongo en singular ahora, my fee is 50 euros an hour. Mi honorario, lo que cobro. Okay? I don't know what his fees are. Sus honorarios. All right? So fees, And the second word is fizz. Fizz. That's right. Si queremos convertirlo en adjetivo, fizzy, right? Le añadimos una Y. Do you like fizzy drinks? Bebidas con gas. So do they sound the same? Fizz and fizz. No, they don't. So repeat after me. Fizz, fizz, fizz. La segunda, fizz, fizz, fizz. Practice.
You're joking.
Hello, my amigos, and welcome to the You're Joking section of today's show. And as always, we're going to learn a little bit of English with a dash, una pizca, a dash of humor. And I don't know about you, but I love to laugh. Yeah, seriously. I love to laugh as much as possible. In fact, sometimes when I'm feeling down in the dumps, ¿te sabes esta expresión? To be down in the dumps es de bajón. Sometimes I'm feeling down in the dumps, and you know what? I laugh. I laugh, well, because maybe it's a self-defense mechanism. Maybe it's a way to protect myself that instead of stressing something, I laugh. And sometimes I laugh in really difficult situations. I think it makes other people uncomfortable, but hey, it's my way of dealing with it, lidiando con ello, right? To deal with something, lidiar con ello. So laugh as much as you can. Why not? It's free, es gratis reírse, right? And if you have nothing to laugh at, look in the mirror, make a funny face, and laugh at yourself. Yeah, we don't do that enough. I think some of the problems with life and wars and all of that stuff is people take themselves too seriously. La gente se toma demasiado en serio. Laugh, enjoy. Life will be over before you know it, in the blink of an eye, en un abrir y cerrar de los ojos. All right, let's take a look at this joke. I hope it makes you laugh. If not, well, you're definitely going to learn some English from it. Okay, so why did the guy only use his phone in the lobby? Do you know what the lobby is? Well, all of you have been to a hotel, I imagine, right? Y cuidado con la pronunciación, no es hotel, it's hotel. So you've all been to a hotel. Well, when you check in, you're in the lobby, right? The front desk. You say recepción, if I'm not mistaken. We say the lobby. The lobby. De hecho, en el hotel, en el ascensor, on the elevator, o como los británicos lo llaman, the lift, the elevator, the lift, there's an L. La L no es loser, no, it's lobby. Okay, so why did the guy only use his phone in the lobby? Because there was reception there. Yeah, well, you know, you got that one right. Decís recepción. También decimos the reception desk. Pero otra forma de decirlo es the lobby. And obviously, reception también es cobertura en tu móvil. Oh, and remember, Americans say cell phone, right? Como celular, como en Latinoamérica. De hecho, lo recortamos a call me on my cell. ¿Y los británicos cómo lo dicen? Do you know? Mobile. Call me on my mobile phone. And Americans, call me on my cell, man. Hello and welcome to today's Fun Facts. All right, well, my amigos, I'm gonna book a hotel room. And, well, I'm looking at a lot of different options. And, wow, it's quite costly. Esto es otra forma de decir expensive. And I wasn't looking at luxurious, swanky resorts. Luxurious, swanky, de lujo. No. I was looking at just average hotels. Average, promedio, uno cualquiera. Que no se pronuncia average, sino average. Dilo tú. Average. It's not a swanky hotel because I can't afford it. No lo puedo permitir, right? No me puedo permitir el lujo. I can't afford it. Que de hecho, esto también lo usamos no solo con dinero, pero con otras cosas. I can't afford to be late to work again. No puedo permitirme el lujo de llegar al trabajo tarde otra vez. Well, I was doing some research and I wanted to see what hotel had the largest number of hotel rooms in the world. And I found the Genting Highlands Resort. It's located in Malaysia. It has the largest number of rooms in the world. Take a guess how many rooms this hotel has. Are you ready for this? 6,118 rooms. Oh my God. Are you serious? Just imagine the cleaning crew. El equipo de limpieza. They must have an army, right? Holy cow, como decimos. Vaca sagrada. Yeah, eso es una forma de decir, wow. Holy cow. Yes, 6,118 rooms. Also, the hotel has more than 80 shops. 80 shops or stores, tiendas. 90 restaurants, a movie theater, a casino, and 50 rooms that are just karaoke bars. Because in Asia, they do karaoke in little rooms. It's very different than here in the West.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is.
Hello and welcome to our Double Trouble section here on the show. This is a section where I give you a translation, but it's not your average translation. No way, Jose. This one has a twist. Yeah, un giro de guión, un giro inesperado. Bueno, si ves el programa mucho, entonces no es inesperado, pero tienes que usar la misma palabra 2 veces. Entonces, sí que te limita en cuanto a la traducción, pero vamos a ver cosas con doble sentido. So, here we go. Le dijo a todos los invitados que se sirvieran. ¿Ya? So, él le dijo a todos los invitados que se sirvieran. He told all the, how do we say invitados? The invited? No. Guests. Yeah, los invitados are the guests. And how would we say, pues, el que invita? The host. Y esto no solo es en la tele. Invitado y entrevistador, right? El presentador es the host and the guest es el invitado. Sin embargo, también es así en la casa. Si tú vienes a mi casa, I'm the host and you're the guest. All right? So, let's see if you know it. Ahora te estoy dando algo de las pistas aquí. He told all the guests, le dijo a todos los invitados, to be his guest. Do you know this one? Be my guest. Esto significa adelante, sírvete tú mismo. You might know it from Beauty and the Beast. Be our guest, put our service to the test. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Temazo, it's a really good song. So, you want to learn English? Be my guest. Sírvete tú mismo. Another way to say it too is help yourself. Help yourself. Otra, make yourself at home. Apúntate estas, son muy buenas, son muy polite. So remember, it's be my guest. Todo tuyo, adelante, sírvete, be my guest. ¿No? Sed mi invitado, viene a decir, ¿no? Be my guest. Help yourself or make yourself at home.
The totally native saying of the day. And it goes a little something like this.
Hey amigos, welcome to the totally native saying of the day. Well, remember I told you I was looking to book a hotel? I still haven't found what I'm looking for. No he encontrado lo que busco. Yeah, there's nothing in my price range. Now, I have to admit, I'm traveling on a shoestring budget. Do you know this expression? Well, a budget es un presupuesto, and a shoestring budget es con poco dinero. O sea, voy a mínimas. I'm traveling on a shoestring budget. It reminds me of when I was backpacking around Europe. I had 10 euros a day for food. 10 euros. So I went to the supermarket every morning and I spent my 10 euros. I was on a shoestring budget. However, sin embargo, I can't find anything. Well, anything that's not some disgusting old hotel. No, I mean, I don't want to spend a lot of money, but I also want something that's decent. Well, I guess I'm going to have to splurge. Do you know this word? To splurge means to spend a little extra money reluctantly. Esto otro palabrón aquí. If you are reluctant, apúntate esta. If you are reluctant, reacio, you say, right? Tienes dudas, dudoso. But if I can't find anything worth staying at, que me vale la pena alojarme ahí, to stay somewhere, right? Alojarse, quedarse. Well, I guess I'll have to increase my budget and I'll have to splurge, gastar más de lo que pensaba, más de lo que quería.
Lights, camera, action verbs.
Well, amigos, I ended up booking a hotel and I made a huge mistake. Yeah, this hotel has bed bugs. ¿Sabes lo que son? Piénsalo. Bed bugs. Bichos de la cama. I think you say chinches. Is that how you say it? Bed bugs? Es muy lógico en inglés la palabra. Yeah, there are bed bugs in the bed. The room stinks. Yeah, it stinks. Apesta. It stinks like smoke. And the rooms are just so noisy. I didn't sleep a wink. No pegué ojo anoche. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down to the lobby now, to the reception desk, and I'm going to fill out es rellenar, a complaint form. Una hoja de reclamaciones. I'm going to fill out a complaint form because this is awful. La palabra awful es terrible.
Name that movie.
Hello, amigos, and welcome to Name That Movie, where we learn English with some flicks. Flicks es otra forma de decir películas. Today we're going to take a look at The Grand Budapest Hotel by Wes Anderson. It's a movie that came out in 2014, and if you haven't seen it, it's great. And in this scene, they're talking about a painting. And he says, I'll never part with it. Eso es, nunca lo voy a soltar, nunca lo voy a regalar, me lo voy a quedar por vida. I will never part with it, he says. It reminded her of me. Le recordaba a ella de mí, right? Ella, cuando lo veía, se acordaba de mí, right? It reminded her of me, right? Cuidado con esa estructura porque es confusa a veces. And then he says, it will remind me of her. Me recordará a ella. It will remind me of her. Always, I'll die with this picture above my bed, encima de mi cama. Y cuidado, he oído mucha gente decir above. No es above, it's above. Say it with me. Above my bed. Right? ¿Y qué es la parte de atrás de la cama, donde pones la cabeza? That's called the headboard. ¿Y la mesita de noche? Your nightstand or your night table. So he says, I'll die with this picture above my bed. See the resemblance? And the resemblance es que se parecen. You look like your father, you resemble your father. And then Zero says, oh, yes. And then just a minute later, he says, actually, realmente, que no es actualmente. Actualmente is currently. Actually, we should sell it. Deberíamos venderlo sooner rather than later, que es otra forma de decir cuanto antes.
It's time for the multiple choice challenge.
Hello and welcome to our multiple choice challenge here on the show with no name. As always, I'm going to give you 3 examples and only one is correct. Can you figure out which one it is? Is it A, he's allergic to nuts? A, he's allergic to nuts. Does that sound correct? What about B, he's allergy with nuts? B, he's allergy with nuts. Or what about C? He's allergic with nuts. La C es he's allergic with nuts. Which one is correct? Do you know?